Okay, Lawrence. So there was a very important thing which I wanted to talk about in our game, but there really wasn't time, and it's a bit difficult to explain. So I've done this brief video to explain what I wanted to talk about. And there are two things. One is strategic, and that is urgent points before big points. And the other one is tactical, and it is the door group is dead. You can look these up, you can do research on them, lots of different things, but they're fairly common, fairly simple things which you need to apply when you're playing your game. So in the game, you played on the right-hand side and you played R10 to smack bang in the middle of Black's area. This is a really good move. This is the right way to go. Possible you could have played high, but ignore that. This is good. It's good because it breaks the area up. It's good because if Black approaches from the bottom, you can have room for a 2-point jump at the top, which is really good for forming a base. Now, a base isn't two eyes. A base is just something that you can work with. If you haven't got a base, then you're in real trouble. Similarly, if White plays from the top, you can jump towards the bottom, a 2-point jump, still plenty of space. You've got a base and you've taken the area away. So this is the right thing to do. In the game, I played at R8, and we're going to pretend that you played at R13. This forms the base. Now, looking at the game, what you've done is my beautiful area on the right-hand side has just suddenly been decimated. You've taken all my points away from me, or a lot of them anyway. And what am I going to do? Well, I want to do as much as possible. I want to make as many points as I can on the left-hand side, but I also want to invade on the right. So from my point of view, at the moment, all of my stones are strong. I don't have any weak stones. So the invasion on the the left-hand side is an okay thing. But the question is, can I actually make something more before I go and play on the left-hand side? And the move that I would play in this situation is this 1-point jump. Now, it looks fairly innocuous. It looks fairly passive. It doesn't look like it's really doing anything. And it looks like White can come away and play on the other side of the board and stop an invasion on that side. But the two white stones on the right-hand side are weak, and they're going to land up running all over the place. So I want to show you how this can happen. And it's fairly simple and straightforward. The stones are weak. They can't actually make two eyes at the bottom, and Black can do some fairly fundamental things of just simply threatening the bottom. If White blocks, Black can try the other side, and then White's position is a bit small, subject to negotiation. Black is now trying to build, and the moves that are in my brain, let me just explain. I'm looking at a box like this. I'm looking at that big area at the bottom being Black's. Now, obviously, there aren't the Black stones there at the moment. There's still work to be done. But if White plays on the other side, if White plays to defend the stones, we'll just park that for a moment, then what I will be doing from Black's point of view is threatening this side and then coming up. So you can see the beginning of that big blob of territory. So that's the sort of strategic view that I'm taking with it. So this move, this is an attacking move against White. If White simply blocks and Black comes back here, this group does not have two eyes. This is the door group. This shape is the door group shape. Now, stones aren't connected yet, but let's just assume that White has connected here and here, and Black sort of, Black has done something along these lines. This group has only one eye. This is the door group shape. So you need to know this, and you need to know how to kill it, and also how you could possibly survive with this. So let's assume it's white's move, and white decides to block. Black can simply hane on one side, push, and now the inside area is a 5-point nakade shape. Nakade means to play inside play. So black is able to play here, and now there's only one eye in the white group. The position's symmetrical, so if white plays here, black just does the same thing on the other side. So only one eye if he plays that way. When you're working out a sequence, the way I do it is I use a thing called, my invention, I call it refute and replace. So I pick a move, so white plays here, black plays here, and then black plays this, and it kills the group. It's symmetrical, so it doesn't matter. This T10 move is the same as the T13 move from white's point of view. So this was the move that killed. So what we do is our move was refuted. So we're going to take our move back, and we do this in our head, not on the board, and we play the move that refuted the position. In this situation, black can simply push. If white blocks, black plays here, and it's a 3-point nakade shape. If white tries to make the eye in the middle, threatening T11 to make 2 eyes, black can play T11 himself and connect out in either direction. White plays to separate them, black can connect out, and if white plays to cut him off, he connects the other side. So the white group is dead. So that's the important thing about this door group. So black has done some very simple things here. If white runs, black can continue to put pressure on white and then come back with his moves on the other side and build this area. And these 2 moves, these additional moves here are at N12 and P11, are very powerful in helping build this area. In fact, it may even be possible at this point for black to play another knight's move, attacking the group. And assuming that white comes back, black threatens to come into the side and then comes back. This dream of building this big area across the bottom, and I put all those stones down, is getting very close. There are no white stones in there to stop that big area from being formed. So leaving the group on the left-hand side, right back at the beginning, leaving this group at this point is poor, because what happens is that the damage that's caused by these weak stones creates an area that's far bigger than white defends. White is defending an area that's probably 30 points. Black is going to build an area which is worth 40 to 50 points. So we come back to the strategic point, urgent moves before big moves. So in this situation, black can play here or here. The 1-point jump in either direction is perfectly fine, but that strengthens the group, and now black gets to play on the other side. White has destroyed stuff on the left-hand side. There is no doubt about it. And this is a good outcome for white, because there's a big chunk of territory been taken out. And black may even make 10 points in there. Black has salvaged something and set some other things up, but this is a perfectly reasonable outcome. The game is well balanced. It's not a huge disaster for either. Black will continue over the other side and everything will carry on fine. So the key things are looking after your weak stones, looking at the door group, study the door group. The door group, there's a secondary proverb with it, and I'll put some extra stones in here. The door group with the hane. So let's put some black stones around the outside. Oops, I mean that. So the door group with a hane can live. And the door group lives because white will play to takes the Nakaday point, doesn't try to make the area. If black plays to block the eye at to R12, white can connect at T10, threatening to play T12 and make two eyes. If black plays T12, white can cut black off, and the best that black can get is the Seki. So white is alive in that situation. So let's look at a different way to attack. Black might play the throw-in. White will then make the eye in the middle, but when black comes to take this other eye away, he now can't connect. So that's why it lives if you can get one of the Hanes in. But you don't want to have a group that's on that so close to death. Your stones need to be positive and lively and doing things, not just sort of hanging on by the skin of their teeth. So in this situation, simply here, and then the game can continue. That's it. So urgent points before big points, learn about the door group, and keep playing. You're doing well. Well done.